Ted is the villain of How I Met Your Mother. I am very curious to see how women are going to turn a hopeless romantic, genuinely good person like Ted into a villain. Let's find out.
From
Ted's damaging delusion. Let's see.
First episode, How I Met Your Mother presents Ted as a sweet, special guy who should be endeared to us by his sensitive desire for a blissful, happily ever after with the one.
So do you think you'll ever get married?
Well, maybe eventually. Some fall day. Possibly in Central Park.
But over time, Ted's romantic ideas come to appear more like narcissistic delusions, which he projects onto a series of unlucky women who get caught up in his path of destruction.
Already right off the bat, dude. Like, okay, so Ted trying to find the one and wanting someone to love him and him wanting to love someone and trying to find the best qualities of someone and convince himself that he is falling in love with them is a path of destruction. So him actively dating in New York City and trying to find a girl that he likes and taking whatever quality that they have and like cherishing it more because he does, like, obviously is obsessed with finding the one. That's bad. That's him being the villain.
Look, obviously you can't tell a woman you just met you love her, but it sucks that you can't.
When we say that Ted is delusional in this context, we mean that he holds false beliefs based on an incorrect interpretation of reality.
False beliefs based on the False beliefs based on the interpretation of reality. What false belief? Let me
He
see what this
believes
says.
that anything he feels for another person must be real and reciprocal.
That is just not true. Like, he not one time believed that his feelings should be reciprocal, not in like a narcissistic way. His feelings are being manipulated by Robin, who has been like fucking with his heartstrings the entire fucking show. So him thinking there's something there, there's always been something there with them. It's not like he's like, Robin has to like me back. I mean, even if he did say that, there's so much evidence to believe that Ted is just a like Ted is not a narcissist. Like,
because he
it's just
interprets
insane.
reality as a romantic epic in which he is the protagonist.
Sometimes when you're about to give up on your love life forever for the 17th time, destiny intervenes.
And he refuses to allow other people's perspectives and emotions to factor into his assessment of facts.
She can't say it's not meant to be. It is meant to be, and you know why? Because I mean it to be.
This is completely clipped out of context. Like, I'm sorry for pausing this a lot, guys. It's my first time doing a react video, but this is ridiculous, right? Like, this is basically saying that Ted Mosby, who is I would say just a good person, funny, good dude, good looking guy, right? Just a normal guy. This is saying that he is not taking into account Robin's feelings in the situation when Robin notoriously gives him mixed signals all the time, right? So he is taking into account that she is pulling back and then going back in and pulling back and going back in. And there are multiple times in the series that Ted basically is like, no, I don't want anything to do with you, Robin. Like, let's not date. Let's not do anything. Let's be friends. And for years, they're friends, right? Even times when Robin is in love with Ted and then Ted is in a relationship. Like, Ted honors his relationship most of the time, right? This is utterly ridiculous. Like, it's basically saying that, like, Ted's like almost like a sexual like pest, like a creep. Like just because like, even if Robin is saying no, that doesn't mean no. Like,
we see this from
and of course in this context that's actually true. In this context, Robin is constantly like, oh, Ted's interesting, Ted's cute. She kisses Ted, she invites him over for fucking making smoothies or juice. She's in love with Ted and then she's not in love with Ted. It's like obviously Ted's gonna be confused because what Robin says is not actually the reality most of the time.
Moment in the first episode when Ted quickly decides that Robin is his dream girl.
It was like something from an old movie. Where the sailor sees the girl across the crowded dance floor.
Yeah, quickly
turns to
deciding
his buddy
someone's
and
a
says,
dream girl.
See that girl?
Being infatuated
I'm
with
gonna
someone
marry
at
her
first
someday.
sight
Even though
means that
they
you're
just-
projecting your destiny onto that person. like this, bro. Women say the fun, like, guys, women. I would say not all women, right? Like the feminist ones that are real progressive and like pushing forward the political charge. They are always trying to like put the blame on other people, and they are always trying to basically
met and his intent.
hold on, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Where the sailor sees the girl across.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, they're basically trying to say that Ted is projecting his destiny on someone else. Like, you can't have a normal relationship. Like, when you first meet someone, you like really, I wouldn't say like, I don't know if it's love at first sight, but you still really like them and you can pursue that person in that context.
The crowded dance floor, turns to his buddy and says, see that girl? I'm gonna marry her someday.
Even though they just met, and his intensity makes her visibly uncomfortable.
Again, guys, this is just a different style of romance, I would say. Is like, some people are avoidant, some people have an attachment style, some people are overly loving because for various reasons, right? And then some people are very they're very distant for various reasons. So when you first meet someone, you don't know what type of person that person is. So if you are just being normal, like, I could understand if he's like being forceful with her. He's not even doing that. He is just like trying to romance her in the way that he sees fit. So I just don't understand, like, this is basically saying, again, like, he's a creep, which I will not stand for the Ted Mosby slander. I think Ted Mosby is a great guy. This is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, and hearing stuff like this is just utterly ridiculous.
Robin's feelings and interpretation of reality don't matter to Ted, except insofar as they're obstacles to be overcome. His desires take
I can't keep
precedence
pausing
over
this.
the desires of others. His feelings determine the truth.
It's a great look. But you're looking at the wrong girl.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Ted is the kind of
Okay. This is the thing that about women, right? Is obviously no means no, right? There is no denying that no means no. Women a lot of times though, however, right? Women a lot of the times though will like say no, like to like going out with you or whatever, right? Most of the time it's like going out with you and like giving you their phone number or whatever, right? And they'll want you to chase more. Now, obviously, me personally, if a woman tells me no, I'm just like, at this point in my life, I'm not gonna like even do the whole like song and dance. I mean, I'm in a relationship, but I'm not gonna do the whole song and dance of, you know, she said no, but she wants to keep talking to me at this bar, or she said no, but she just tapped my shoulder in a weird way. It's like enough of that shit, bro. Enough of that shit. But like Ted, she has told him no, and then like days later is like, oh, I really like Ted, or days later like touches him in like a very like endearing way, and of course Ted's gonna get the wrong idea. I mean,
guy who
that's
won't
what their
even
whole relationship
apologize
is.
when he's clearly wrong.
Well, at least you apologized. You apologized, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but I'm not apologizing.
All right, so I've seen the show too many times, and I like, this is gonna be maybe a fucking hour-long video. I've seen this show too many times, so now all of this stuff that I see like out of context is I have to explain it, because they're obviously clipping them in like in a bad light. It's crazy. It's like a sitcom, and they're clipping them in a bad light. But Lily is objectively an awful person, right? Lily left Marshall and selfishly pursued her dream after, you know, basically like getting engaged and planning a wedding, and she just like last minute fucking skips out on them and breaks up with Marshall and doesn't even keep contact with him when they've been together every single day for like 7 or 8 years. So yeah, when Lily leaves for like abruptly and then breaks up with Marshall, she's kind of being a bitch. Like, I mean, obviously, right? And Ted called her a bitch, and he shouldn't have apologized. I wouldn't have apologized either. If my best friend had a girl who is my best friend too, that skips out of, that breaks up with him, moves to a different fucking state, basically starts a whole new life, and never talks to me again in the, like, out of nowhere, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty fucking pissed. Like that person doesn't owe me anything, but that person also is a huge part of my life. I'm a huge part of their life. Like, them doing that is selfish, and honestly, they're being a bitch. Like, that is a bad thing to do to a person. You don't, and here's the thing, guys, no one owes anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. But at the same time, if someone's a really important part of your story, or even if someone's like honestly just like a good, they are there for you, you do, like, in the best interest of being a good person, it would be nice to tell them what's going on and at least like give them the closure that they needed. Like, that's just being a good fucking person. But of course, a lot of people in this day and age don't believe in being a good person. They'll just ghost people. Bro, I had a friend, and this happened to me a couple times too, but I've been like talking to someone, like a girl, like back when I was dating, and some friends, obviously every guy has gone through this, right? But we have been through this as a man, where we're talking to a woman and things are going really good for a couple days, like a couple weeks, whatever, right? And you'll say like one thing they don't like, and you'll never hear from them again. And you don't even know if it's like, oh, did they find someone new? Did they not like what I said? Did they die? Like, are they in the hospital? Like, you don't know, and it's just incredibly disrespectful. So like, yeah, she is being a bitch in this situation.
A sign that he's unwilling to question his perspective of events or challenge his assumption that because he's inherently virtuous, nothing he does can be that bad.
I'm exhausted from pretending I'm not in love with her. I think that makes this okay.
Oh, please, you just want to get laid.
The founder of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, said that when one is wrapped up in delusional behavior, he becomes a madman. And Ted's delusions frequently lead to behavior that makes him look like a madman to others.
Are not
when you
even
love someone,
delusions.
you don't stop, ever. Even when people roll their eyes or call you crazy, even then, especially then.
After his
People do crazy stuff for love.
initial failed pursuit of Robin, he's so insistent on bringing her as a +1 to a wedding that he almost breaks up the couple getting married in the process.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this was probably pretty bad.
But
This
when at
was
the
pretty
last
bad.
minute Robin can't make
There
the
is
wedding,
no defending
Ted quickly
this.
projects his romantic delusions onto a new target, Victoria. And just like that, Ted has moved on
She's a
from the love
rebound,
of his
bro.
life,
She's a
Robin,
rebound.
to someone whose name he doesn't even know.
24 hours ago, you were
She's a hot girl that he met at the wedding
to bring
after
some other girl to my
his
wedding, and now
friend
we're
ditched her.
you're over her?
The show is full of examples where Ted acts selfishly and
Or his
screws
girlfriend ditched
over
her.
women, while his flattering idea of himself allows him to justify a pattern of harmful behavior.
You lied and said you were broken up with Victoria before you actually were, so you could try to nail Robin, and you wound up losing both girls in one night?
Take the time that he uses a matchmaking service, only to have no matches, likely because his standards are so absurdly specific.
Okay, so this is actually a good point. I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible, guys. I'm gonna be like a mini Asmongold here, but she is right in this regard. Like, Ted has done some things that are objectively like not good and pretty selfish. He's just a human being, though, too. I'm like, to justify
no
it, right?
women out there for you.
When it turns out that the one woman he's compatible with has already been matched up, Ted does the obvious thing and sneaks into her files, visits her office under false pretenses.
She could have been broken up with him, though. Like, just because they were set up through the dating app doesn't mean that they're still together. So, I mean, honestly, like, obviously it's a little creepy, don't get me wrong, but she
And
could have
then
been broken up with him.
uses stolen information to trick her into loving him.
Summer Breeze is my guilty pleasure song. It's been stuck in my head ever since I heard it this weekend.
Yeah, this is
brunch.
not good. This is a bad look for Ted, I'm
Why
not
should
gonna
it
lie.
matter that she and her fiancé are looking forward to their wedding if Ted's dream of the one is at stake?
Don't you think it's a little impulsive for you to proposition an engaged woman you don't even know?
See, we're both impulsive. We're perfect for each other.
There's the episode where he aggressively pursues, even stalks, Maggie, the ultimate
I mean,
girl next door, using his self-perception as the good guy who wants love as cover for treating a vulnerable woman just out of a relationship like a prize to be won.
There is no defending. There is no defending how he treated Maggie, of course. But like, again, I'ma just be real, because like, obviously, like, I would say most of my viewers are probably men. Guys, have you ever had a girl that's like always in a relationship that you feel like you're perfect for, and like you want to give it a shot, right? You want to give it a shot, and then, like, you know, it feels like you're always missed your opportunity. So I can understand the urgency in this matter, but yeah, it's not a good look.
And now a very single and available Maggie Wilkes is on her way to this very spot. I sent a cab with a female driver so she'd have no other interaction with a man until she got to me.
Or when he leaves his own mother's wedding and refuses to give a speech because he thinks it's not fair that his mother is getting remarried before he's had a chance to have a wedding.
I have to leave. Wait, Ted.
This is out of context as well. Again, he didn't even know his mom was divorced. Like, his whole family life was a fucking lie. So obviously he doesn't know. Like, he's upset that his mom remarried before he got married. And of course, weddings are when people feel very vulnerable. And also, as someone who is in a psych ward, I can tell you that having a bad family life, like in your upbringing, and not being able to talk about your emotions, because all your in this show, all they talk about is like the good stuff and baseball and things that are going on, like that have nothing to do with anything serious. So of course, Ted does not have any real way of like processing his like complex emotions because he's never practiced it. Oop, didn't mean to do that.
Where his desires aren't validated by reality.
I think for the most part, if you're really honest with yourself about what you want out of life, life gives it to you.
And his single-minded faith in his fantasies makes him incredibly skillful at explaining why all of those previously mentioned mistakes and manipulations were in service of a bigger good guy picture.
If you're looking for the word that means caring about someone beyond all rationality and wanting them to have everything they want, no matter how much it destroys you, it's love.
Since his narration is always in our ear, crafting this alternate version of reality, we can easily fall into the trap of taking his narrative as objective truth.
And as hard as it was at the time, in the end,
He's
we
the main
both got what we
character. Like,
wanted.
what do you
But
expect?
let's step back to look at things from the perspectives of some of the women in his life.
So when you tell this story to your friends, could you avoid the word psycho? I'd prefer eccentric.
To Victoria, Ted is the guy who throws away a lifetime with someone he loves to stay friends with a woman he once cheated on her with.
I really hope you get her someday.
Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, Victoria just wasn't the one. And Victoria just fucking left someone at the altar. So like, Ted just got left at the altar, and then later in the story, he runs into Victoria, who just left her fiance at the altar. So obviously he's gonna have fucking trust issues, like dating her.
To Royce, he's the guy who expects his baggage to be accepted without reservation.
That is just not like, bro. Women love to just bro. I'm like actually getting upset watching this video. This is ridiculous. He even said at the end of the video that, or I'm sorry, at the end of the episode. I've seen this show so many times, guys, so like it's actually sad how much I know about this. But at the end of this episode, he talked about like some people just need help with their baggage, and he doesn't expect to like someone, like everyone needs help, right? Sometimes like emotionally, sometimes they need support. Him, you know, like just getting his first relationship after getting left at the altar, of course he's gonna be pretty fucking like skittish about relationships
Feels so good
and about
to
his
have told you all that
problems.
stuff about me. I'm really glad I can open up to you.
But immediately rejects her when she opens up about her own imperfections.
Yeah, you gotta go.
This girl literally said she shares a studio apartment with her brother, and they sleep on the same bed, and they're like 27. That's fucking weird, bro. Like, that's like soup kitchen fucking weird. Like, you are, as an adult, I would not date a girl that like there's one thing living with your family like when you're older, sure, but it's a completely different thing when you're sleeping in the same bed as like your fucking brother and you're a grown adult? That's just weird as fuck,
To
bro.
Stella, he's the guy who practically forces her into a relationship, complains that things aren't moving fast.
This is just what old school relationships were like. Stella was a girl that he kept asking out. She showed a little bit of I like you, but I can't. I like you, but I can't. And the only real reason that she gave was that she was a patient. He was a patient and she was his doctor. So it goes against the rules. So Ted waited out the time and then tried again. I feel like that's not like, man, it's hard. It's hard dating in these days, man. Cause even a normal guy like Ted, I've never even thought of Ted as like some of a villainous character. So seeing this is like crazy because there's a lot of weird fucking men out there. And if this guy is getting scrutinized, then fuck, man. Like, I'm very interested to see the Redditors going out on dates.
Enough, and then breaks up with her when she moves faster.
She invited you to a wedding?
6 months from now, as in we'll be together 6 months from now.
After then proposing to her out of the blue, he invites both of their exes to the wedding without consulting her, essentially pushing her back into the arms of her child's father, Tony, and later reappears in her life to badmouth her so badly that Tony temporarily breaks up with her, while Ted refuses to help fix the
This video needs to be studied about how you can absolutely eviscerate a character in the most dishonest way possible. I am defending Ted Mosby like he is my fucking friend. I love Ted Mosby. And he didn't just like appear in Stella's life. They fucking ran into each other. And then Tony shows up at his house and is like, oh, you're looking pretty down. And it's like, yeah, the girl that left him at an altar without an explanation, he's gonna feel pretty fucking sad about, and he's gonna feel pretty angry about it, especially seeing her with someone that he thinks that he's better than, right? And like, Ted was like I would say, obviously he probably wasn't perfect, but Ted was a good boyfriend to Stella, and he was like just a good dude. Like, he was chivalrous, romantic. I mean, he was like, he took her on dates. Like, it was just nice, right? So when he runs into Tony and Stella again, Tony asked him like basically what's the matter, and he's like, dude, you're dating some fucking psycho bitch that just left me at the altar. Like, that's cold and heartless and just uncaring. Like, how could you date someone that selfish? Like, that is crazy. And now Tony was like, huh, she was kind of selfish to do that. And then he broke up with her. That's not Ted like forcing his opinion on Tony.
Mess he caused.
I love him.
Oh, you love him. So what, you're appealing to the romantic in me?
When Tony makes a movie about their love triangle, Ted is outraged to see himself portrayed as the villain and Tony as the hero.
Because bro, like, if someone makes a movie, okay, I'll tell you this, because I had a YouTube channel in a different genre that didn't go so well because I don't believe that you can change your gender. And I got a lot of backlash from it. So I had people making videos about me and this and that, whatever, right? And a lot of it was just not even true. So when people made videos about me that weren't true, even if they had like 500 views from no-name channels, I would be kind of upset about it because it's like slander, right? This guy made a fucking global box office movie about like false reality and then painted him as the bad guy. Like, how can you not be mad?
He's lost control of the narrative.
This is a terrible movie, and it got everything wrong.
Ted only feels better after Marshall reassures him of the fundamental belief that holds his universe together.
The guy called Ted Mosby, the guy who's uncynical and sincere. I believe that deep down, you're still that guy.
I am still that guy.
Then there's Robin. From
Your
her
friend picking you
perspective,
up,
she's a
yeah.
young journalist who moved to New York to follow her professional dreams and happens to meet a cute guy at a bar one night. They have a nice date, but before they can head upstairs, she has to run out to cover a story. Surely she can see this guy some other time. Except in this case, the guy shows back up later that night, but before they can start making out, he drops a bomb on her.
I think I'm in love with you.
What?
This is a major red flag. And after all that, she has to wake up the next morning and find her doormat covered in vomit.
There's no defending that. I will say from Robin's perspective, it's not great. But also Robin is like kind of an insane human being. Like Robin, I would say Robin is more likable than Lily in my opinion, just because she's like kind of a bro. But she's objectively not a good person either. Like she is a manipulative woman who plays with people's heartstrings and does a lot of selfish shit and doesn't really care about anyone else's feelings. That's what I believe.
For Robin, this isn't a huge deal. She went out with a guy, it got a little weird, she can move on. But then she runs into Ted's friends at the bar and admits to Lily that while she likes Ted, she's looking for something casual.
He's just looking for something a little bit more serious than I am. I mean, the most I can handle right now is something casual. This just stays between us, right?
Next thing she knows, Ted is casually 3 days in a row inviting her
bad.
to his 72-hour party.
Of all the points that she has made, this is probably the worst because this is objectively pathetic. But obviously, I mean, this is just played up. No one would actually do this in real life. So this is just like a joke in the TV show. Obviously, I don't think this is an indictment on his character.
She's new in town and wants to meet people, so she shows up on the third night, only to find that Ted constructed these parties just for her.
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't prefer this
creepy.
party to
This
set
is
you up with
incel
Carlos,
behavior.
or the one before that.
Robin should probably get the hell away from this guy at this point, but she likes his friends and doesn't know many folks in the city.
I just haven't met a lot of good people so far.
So she continues hanging out with the gang, and she and Ted transition into friends. Eventually, Robin does start having feelings for Ted.
Bro, come on. Okay, so all right, guys. So this video is so fucking rage bait. It's insane. All right, so you meet a girl, and you both like each other. You both are like, you almost have sex and then stuff happens and then you don't. The mutual attraction is still there. The mutual banter is still there. You could assume that somewhere in her heart, she still has feelings for you. And her hijacking your friends puts you in a pretty weird spot, because even if Robin doesn't like you, which I still think that's not necessarily true. Even if she doesn't like you, you guys being around each other all the time now after, you know, you guys just went out and almost had sex, it puts Ted in a pretty weird situation. It's almost like I could understand if you told him you didn't want to see him again and that's it. He never sees you again except for maybe once on the subway, whatever. But you literally invade his social space and now it's like, what do you want him to do? He still likes you and you're just around all the time. It's hard to like get away from you. It's hard to like get the feelings out of his system because you're just always around.
Ted, so she gives him a chance and agrees to accompany him to a friend's wedding.
A friend's wedding.
Your date? I'd love to.
But when she shows up late because of a work conflict, she sees that
And here's the thing, guys. Robin is always choosing her career over men. That's her whole personality. She is a boss girl who doesn't need any man to help her with anything. So it's very important to know that, or to note that she likes Ted and just keeps getting in her own way. So it's not Ted's fault that he just presumes that like Robin doesn't like him because she's always making excuses and finding ways to ditch him when it comes to the big moments in their life.
Ted has already refocused his romantic energy on a woman that he just met. Despite being hurt, Robin tries to be a supportive friend about Ted's new relationship, waiting until it seems like his long-distance
By sabotaging it.
relationship.
By fucking sabotaging it. She did not say that at all. She invited Ted over when she knew Victoria and Ted were still together. She invited him over to before they knew. So Robin wanted him to cheat, but when Ted did it, now she feels like taken advantage of. Get the fuck out of here.
Has ended to make a move.
We broke up.
Except this is a lie.
She was gonna make the move anyway. She invited him over at fucking 2 in the morning.
It was your girlfriend.
So from Robin's perspective,
And I know this is gonna get clipped out of context. Just because a girl invites you over really late at night doesn't mean she wants to have sex. I understand that. But like, dude, come on. Like, there's a greater chance than not that she wants to have sex.
Ted is someone who has emotionally pressured her and tried to trick her into dating him, only to leave her behind at a moment's notice when she doesn't fit into his schedule, before proving
Fit into his schedule. He has been going out of his way to spend time with you and even working around your work schedule. But you, even in an important thing like being a +1 to a wedding, I mean, that's pretty important because the people at the wedding paid for you to be there, and you're just ditching not only the person that invited you, but wasting their money too for work. Like, it's not, you are not fitting into his schedule on purpose.
he's capable of both lying to and cheating on women he supposedly loves. Soon, she'll learn that he's also the sort of guy who, not long after the lying cheating incident, shows up to the dinner where she's getting an award with a hot date he thinks is a prostitute, just to rub it in her face.
Mary, you want to...
And the excuse for that, she failed to mention, is the fact that she is basically dating Sandy Rivers at this time, and it looks like she's dating Sandy Rivers. So obviously he doesn't want to feel like a fucking loser, so he's gonna bring a date, sure, to make her jealous, but also not to feel alone, not to make himself feel like a loser.
Go upstairs?
And the first season's not even over yet. Ted breaks into Robin's apartment and, in front of a hired string quartet,
I don't like
awkwardly
this, personally.
demands an immediate answer about their romantic future.
She's right on this.
If you want me to say yes right now, I can't do that.
Well, if it's
She's
not
right on
yes, then it's a no.
So again, I'm going to do my best to defend Ted, but I'm also going to be objective as well. She is right on the fact that, like, this is very presumptive of Ted to be able to demand an answer like that from Robin, and just showing up to her apartment with, you know, a very grand gesture. So obviously that's not great, but also, like, Ted wanting an answer, this has been, I would say, what, a year, 2 years at this point into this show, of them just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So him wanting an answer is like just trying to get some closure, man. Like, he wants to move on, but he can't because you guys keep going back and forth. So I can understand him wanting an answer from Robin, but obviously it's probably not the best way to go about it.
After Robin does start dating Ted, she has to deal with his lying about all the stuff in his apartment that's from his ex.
Bro, oh my God, bro, I'm going crazy. He never lied about any of that. He just never told her that that's where the stuff came from. I have some stuff in my house. Actually, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of. I did for a while have had stuff that my ex-girlfriends have given me for gifts or my birthday. My gym bag, the bag that I used to go to the gym and put all my shit in there, like my towel and all that. That was given to me by my ex-girlfriend, and I still use it because it's a good bag, right? I'm not gonna just throw it away because she gave it to me. I'm not gonna eviscerate everything and every single memory and every single material that she's given me because we broke up. That just doesn't even make any sense. Like a gym bag, right? Like, why would I throw that away because I broke up with the girl? Like, it's not like, oh, I'm keeping it because I'm thinking about her, right? And then same with this, right? He has stuff in his apartment that he really likes that fit with the overall aesthetic, and it's not even like, it's not when I'll give you a perfect example because I think this is going to come up as well, and I think he said it in this episode. When I get my gym bag, I don't think about the girl that gave it to me. The girl that gave it to me, maybe like once every 100 times, I'm like, oh yeah, this girl gave me this gym bag. Right? But it's not like, oh, I miss her so much. His stuff in his apartment, he doesn't look at it and go, oh, I got that lamp from this girl right here, oh, I should give her a call. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like a weird fucking thing. And Robin, like, asking him to get rid of it is just like completely over. It's a complete overreaction.
Whose moisturizer is this, Ted?
My sister's.
Demanding that she send her beloved dogs.
This is bad. Okay, so while Robin is being ridiculous asking Ted to get rid of his shit, Ted is even more ridiculous to ask her to get rid of her dogs, because obviously that's completely different, but they're both ridiculous.
Up to her aunt's farm.
Yes, I want you to get rid of your dogs.
Shaming her for the number of men she slept with.
But also, like, bro, like, why do you have 5 dogs in some tiny apartment in New York? That's kind of like selfish on your part now.
And then there was Derek, and counting you, that puts the total up to...
Oh, I got your total.
And proving that he
Robin's
can't
kind
be
of a whore.
trusted to keep her secrets.
I can't believe you told us Robin's secret.
What? How can I keep something like that to myself?
Most importantly,
To be fair, no one in the show keeps a good secret. Like, Lily can't keep a secret either.
they break up because
That's like
Ted
her whole-
isn't
that's a whole
willing
character
to
arc for her.
accept Robin for who she is.
In 5 years, I probably want to be married.
And I probably want to be in Argentina.
Argentina?
As much as he loves being with Robin, he loves his vision of a picket fence, 2-kid future more. And that would be okay if he accepted that trade-off and committed to their resulting friendship. Instead, he periodically seizes on moments when she's vulnerable to profess his undying love for her.
You couldn't look past this. I mean, who could?
I could. I love you, Robin.
How long have you been hung up on?
So Ted does do that on occasion, sure. But Robin also constantly tries to sabotage his relationships or constantly tries to sabotage his life because she likes him. And she tried to get Victoria to break up with him. She tried to get what's that girl's name? She tried to, even when Robin was getting married to Barney, she still shared a really weird moment and she tried to run away with Ted, like, at her fucking wedding. She is just as bad as Ted.
Robin, 8 years? And you're still killing yourself to fetch dumb little trinkets for her.
And right to the end of the series, keeps trying to force her into his idea of a happy ending, which all along she's made clear she doesn't want.
Just tell me. Do you love me?
No.
So a lot of the time,
And yet the whole time she's trying to run away with him. Yet the entire time she is trying to run away with him in different parts of the series. She's trying to run away with him at her own wedding. She's trying to sabotage his relationship with Victoria. I mean, it is, and then they do date for a while, right? Like, it's not like this is just out of nowhere.
the way Ted acts toward the woman of his dreams kinda sucks.
Good night, psycho.
What is this? Ted as Barney?
Maybe you've got more in common with Barney.
The show initially sets up Barney and Ted as the yin and yang of their social circle, with Barney as a reckless misogynist and Ted as a kind-hearted romantic. But in reality, these two are more similar than they are distinct.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this now, and I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing because I see where she's going with this. A man or a woman can have duality. They can have different personalities based on different moments of their life or based on different situations that are going on. So just because Ted is a romantic and seeks love and romance and wants to find the one doesn't mean that he can't have a one-night stand. And it's ridiculous to think anything but. And what I find in a lot of these videos, and I don't mean to make this like a gender war, I really don't, but this is just something that I've seen a lot where people are just constantly sabotaging the characters of people, like the character of someone or literal characters in TV shows or media, and they take them in this completely out of context light and then they smear their name, and it really sucks to see that, because like I said, How I Met Your Mother is in my opinion, the greatest sitcom of all time. No, I wouldn't say the greatest, but in my opinion, it's the best sitcom of all time. I like it the most. If I'm watching a comfort show, it's like that, or The Office, or Modern Family. All of them are really good. But How I Met Your Mother is probably my favorite because I relate to it a lot. And I relate to Ted a lot. And to see Ted's character just completely assassinated, I don't really like that at all. I don't like how this is common for people to take someone and just completely like see them for something that is just objectively wrong. And people try to hunt and nitpick tiny details and bring it up and put it on a magnifying glass to basically tell people the worst about them or to put them in the worst light. And I just think that that's just objectively just a terrible thing to do. And obviously this is a fake character on a TV show and it doesn't technically matter, but the person making this video obviously, like, I can't imagine her dating life because this is one of the most disingenuous like smear campaigns I've ever seen on a fictional character. Because while Ted does have some flaws, and I admitted in this video he doesn't like, there's some things that he does that are pretty unexcusable and they're pretty bad. He's overall a good person and he's definitely not a villain. If you want to talk about a villain, Lily is probably the villain of the entire TV show. She is admitted to sabotaging people's relationships. She is admitted to like breaking people up. She's lying a lot. She can't fucking like keep people's secrets, and her exposing other people's secrets caused a lot of discourse between the friend group. She left Marshall in a selfish pursuit. Like she caused a scene on Thanksgiving and got arrested and like ruined Marshall's Thanksgiving because she was scared of like her kids growing up in Minnesota, a place where Marshall loves, and she wants to stay in New York even though Marshall hates New York. Like, she is objectively an evil person and a terrible character. And the fact that like people are saying Ted is a bad character is just crazy to me, because if you think Ted's bad, then everyone around you is probably just way fucking worse. But yeah, guys, subscribe to the channel and I'll catch you guys in the next one.